Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest. Now, I'm on Bomb Squad, Deontay Wilder's verified Twitter page. Make sure you give him a follow at Bronze Bomber. Now, you guys seen the title, clicked on the video. He posted this, and it says, "Just a friendly reminder, mate, Tony Bellew." And it's his opponent. I forgot his name. Is Sergey Likowicz. He was like a former challenger, contender, and you've seen him like having a seizure on the ground. Oh. Like he's shaking, he's convulsing on the ground. And he mentioned Tony Bellew. Hashtag tea and biscuits, anyone? And Tony Bellew did respond. He showed a clip of him, I guess, wailing on David Haye. And what Bellew says is, "I'm 1-0 at heavyweight and I have a better name on my resume than you have in a 38-0 career. Hashtag careful now, Beyonce." And then a fan posted this of him getting stopped at light heavyweight. So, I want to give my thoughts. I told you guys in the video yesterday, I think Deontay Wilder is too strong, too big for Tony Bellew. Like, I appreciate the guts that Tony Bellew has, but I mean, look at it. He's just stretching. I really don't see a guy who got stopped at light heavyweight by Adonis, who clearly can crack. I don't see him having a good time in there with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is very athletic for all of his deficiencies in terms of, some people say he windmills and stuff like that. It doesn't matter because 38 people have stepped in there with him, or whatever his record is, and only one went the distance. So he's finding some way to get it done. So he's taking your best shot or tiring you out, whatever he's doing, and he's stopping guys. You know what I mean? So I think Bellew really should go back down to cruiserweight. Now, I mean, if they keep at it and they want to fight, then so be it. I'll watch it, but I really think I know the outcome. And the thing is, like, you look at this power. His right hand is too powerful. I even think he would beat Anthony Joshua at the moment. That's until Anthony Joshua tightens up on certain things. But nonetheless, that's a dope statue. Nonetheless, I think it's a very difficult fight for Tony Bellew, because I don't think Tony Bellew is a certified true heavyweight. I don't know if it's the movie Creed got to his head, now he's just ready to take on the world. But to me, I don't think it would be a good look for Tony Bellew. And this is no shade to Tony Bellew. I never had no problem with Tony Bellew. I like Tony Bellew. I just think weight classes exist for a reason. And Tony Bellew he's not the most in shape person, and I don't know. I don't see it being a good look. And I think Tony Bellew can box. He has heart, but once you get hit the right way, none of that stuff really matters if you get hit and you can't recover from it. So I don't know why his obsession with staying at heavyweight, but I don't think he should do it. You know what I mean? And again, I appreciate and celebrate anyone who has heart in boxing. It's definitely better to have heart than to, you know what I mean, have a Victor Ortiz type of reputation. But you got to be reality. You have to be realistic. Like Kell Brook fighting Golovkin, okay? None of the middleweights are taking his power except for Denny Jacobs, and that wasn't until after the Kell Brook fight. So at the time Brook fought him, Kell Brook knew that Golovkin had stopped 23, 24 people in a row, whatever, and he took the challenge. And again, I'm not giving I can give him credit to give these guys credit. Like a lot of the British fighters too. Amir Khan jumping up versus Canelo, and Bellew kind of like acting like he wants to fight Deontay Wilder, mentioning it and be careful and all that. So I don't know. I don't think the British fighters have to prove that you're gutsy. British boxing has been great right now. It's been good for a couple years. They have a ton of champions, more than they've had in decades and stuff like that. But there's a fine line between being courageous and being bold, and kind of being stupid and playing with your health and your career. And that's just how I feel. Like I said in a previous video, You could run across the 4-lane freeway butt naked with no shoes on and get across. And let's say, none of the cars hit you. But if you keep doing it at different traffic times and rush hour traffic and stuff, you'll probably get hurt and clipped doing some crazy stuff like that. It's not always luck is not gonna always be on your side. It's not gonna always work out for you. That's why you don't see, that's not the everyday thing to run across 4 lanes of traffic. There's no crosswalk on freeways, and there's a reason for that, because it's dangerous. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel about these weight class jumps and stuff like that. You were successful with David Haye, but we can't compare someone who's 30, mid-30s, who was on a 3-year hiatus. You see, some of you guys don't know boxing. I follow this sport. David Haye was supposed to fight Tyson Fury like 3 years ago, and they even had a press conference. You can Google it, you'll find pictures of it. And then Haye pulled out with injury, and then all of a sudden, instead of rescheduling the fight, David Haye says, you know what, I'm just going to retire. I'm done with boxing. And he did just that for about 3 years. Then he came back and he fought 2 guys with no names, right? Michael Moriarty and Arnold Grigridge or something, right? And he knocked them out, and then he fought Tony Bellew. So Bellew saying this, like, be careful, I have the best name on my resume, better than you in all these fights. I don't agree with that, because I think Bermane Stiverne, to me, where you have to look, I look at boxing in its true form and momentum and stuff. David Haye, he's 1-0 at heavyweight, like he's saying, that's all true. But I don't think David Haye is necessarily a way better name and performance than Bermane Stiverne, based on where David Haye was at that particular point. I just gave you the chronological order. That's all fact. David Haye was supposed to fight Tyson Fury. He got injured, and then he's retired for 3 years. And then he came back and he fought really nobody. And he was supposed to fight Cannon Briggs, and then he avoided that fight. So I'm not bashing David Haye. David Haye's a cool fighter too. I liked him, liked his career and stuff. But at the same time, these are all factual things you guys can research and find out. And the fact of the matter is, David Haye, to me, he didn't have the momentum Bermane Stiverne did. Bermane Stiverne was a champion. He also fought Chris Arreola and basically broke his nose, I believe. Then he proved it wasn't a fluke on ESPN, rematched him, and then stopped him. You know what I mean? And we know Arreola, especially at that point, this was before the Wilder fight, before he looked kind of suspect with Fred Cassie. You know what I mean? He looked a bit fresher, right? And Bermane still stopped him. So I really feel like the Deontay Wilder performance over Bermane Stiverne, to me, was more impressive than the Tony Bellew, because Tony Bellew was clearly in there with a guy with a marked handicap. You know what I mean? It's not his fault. He did what he had to do, and he still signed up, and he didn't know he would be injured. So you give him credit for having guts and stuff, because he didn't know how he was willing to try to go 12 rounds with an actual heavyweight. So I give him props for that. But the facts are facts. I mean, I don't beat around the bush when it comes to talk boxing. And Miguel Cotto fought Sergio Martinez. His leg was clearly bad. I mean, it's evident that his leg was bad. Props to Cotto. He won the fight, but we can't omit and act like we didn't see that Sergio Martinez's knee has never been the same since the Chavez Jr. fight, when he took that tumble and messed up his knee in the 12th round, right? His balance looked bad in the Martin Murray fight. I thought he lost that fight, and then he came back and fought Cotto, and it was a nagging injury that plagued him again. You know what I mean? So I can't omit that from the Tony Bellew fight, that act like it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Jesus Sotocras stopped Berto, but at the same time, we know Berto was fighting that fight with one arm. It was visible that he was messed up in there. You know what I mean? Jermaine Taylor versus Sam Solomon. Solomon was like 40-something years old, and it was clear that he could not stand on his leg, right? So I'm not going to play dumb and act like that had no impact on the David Haye Bellew fight. And, you know what I mean? People can say whatever they want. And Wilder's had injury, like hurt hand, but he's got that surgically repaired. It's a little bit different than not being able to stand, because, to be honest, he had a hurt hand in the fight with Chris Arreola, and I couldn't even tell. And we didn't even know that until he took his gloves off post-fight and revealed that. It's a little bit different than having inoperable legs like David Haye. David Haye could not put any weight. his Achilles was blown out. He couldn't do nothing. You know what I mean? So if you can't move to avoid shots. 2, you can't put that extra power behind the shots because that's your whole foundation, your whole base. You know what I'm saying? So if Bellew, I mean, like I said, it's up to him. It's his career. Fight Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying my piece. I don't think the fight should happen. But, I mean, I understand it if it does. Because Wilder, he's not going to let someone keep talking and say they want it and then feel mercy for him. You know what I mean? But who knows? We'll see if Tony Bellew could make me and everyone else who doubts him eat our words. I just think that wouldn't be the next good fight. I think he has a better chance with Joseph Parker, a newer champion who's closer to his size in terms of height and stuff. And Joseph Parker clearly can punch, but it's not, I don't know. I think Wilder probably has top power at the division, and he's more athletic. So just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Should Wilder and Bellew fight? Does Bellew have a shot? Drop that in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.